Welcome, guys, to the three and the finale of my experience of sharing my experience as a pharmacology student that did his IT in a community pharmacy in Lagos, Nigeria. So, guys, the three was it was really the three was actually very chaotic. But I will start by summarizing um, or bringing out the key things that actually highlights of my finale, like my final um experience in a community pharmacy. Many of my course mates actually did theirs in the pharmaceutical companies and they were sharing their experience. Some did theirs in other pharmacies and they were sharing their experience and they did not really seem to actually, should I say, learn um, or put a lot of effort into what they are like, or less the few you get. So one thing I noticed was that for me, the experience is different. Apart from my supervisor supervising me in some certain things, I'll be asking questions. I began to just make my own research about some drugs. I began to read on the pharmacology of some drugs, read on some leaflets on some drugs. I began to know a lot about drugs and the dynamics about um, the flow, the pharmacy economies, right? That's the cost of medicine and the likes, just the flow of business, the flow of pharmacy practice. I began to understand those things. And maybe one of these days, I would actually own a community pharmacy. I'm just saying. So basically, my final experience, or should I say, my the theory of sharing my experience is more of I was not consistent at all. I was not consistent. And then I walked into the community pharmacy one day, and the pharmacist asked me a question. And it was like, one day on, one day off. Like I just have to look at like, hello, excuse me, as how like what the actual fuck, like stuff like that. But one of the things I've just learned is that most times we want to do something as young people. We are passionate, as young people, we want to do a lot of things. But when the vibes, the fizzy actually just fizzle out and we just lose interest. So I actually lost interest during my closing times or my closing experience as an IT student working in community pharmacy. It was really stressful from the stock taking to everything down to the pharmacy practice. It was really stressful for me. I was like, who sent me? Who sent me? I want to go work in a lab. I want to do something research inclined. I want to do something pharmacological. So everything just added up to, should I say, the frustration? But I also shout out to my supervisor because she was the one that was encouraging me. Apart from the fact that I was not even being paid. Actually, I was not being paid one dime. But apart from the fact that my supervisor, which was the best, was encouraging me, was making the workplace a little bit interesting. You understand? For me, that was the reason why I stayed. And though I was not really consistent, but I just found out that most people that even worked in other pharmacy, community pharmacy, some were not necessarily putting their minds to it. Some were as well frustrated or as well stressed as I am. And I would say that as a pharmacology student living in Nigeria, I will not really say the struggle is. I don't identify by struggle. I believe in being bigger than my environment. I believe in being a visionary. I believe in seeing beyond limitations. But I would say being a pharmacology student in Nigeria and wanting to do your industrial training experience, you have to face a lot. You have to face a lot from finding a placement. You have to face a lot from starting. You have to face a lot from coping up with the stress, coupled with the fact that I was also having classes. Like my school is so special. I was having classes alongside my IT experience. I also wrote exams. That means that even actually contributed to my being inconsistent. I was having exams, I was having classes, I was going for IT. So from Monday to Thursday, I would go to work. From Friday, even to Sunday, Saturday, online, I would be reading, I would be going for classes, and it was really stressful. Even sometimes during work days, I'll be having classes in the evening. So everything contributed to the stressed experience as a pharmacology student in Nigeria. And this is my experience. If you have any questions or you have anything you want me to touch on, please drop it in the comment section below. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.